During the construction of Burj Khalifa, the main structure was somehow erected, but then came the task of installing window panels. The engineers thought installing the panels wasn't rocket science and paid little attention to it. However, something happened that no one anticipated. Due to Dubai's scorching heat and the height of the world's tallest building, the installation of the window panels caused the internal temperature of Burj Khalifa to reach 100 degrees Celsius during the daytime. In such extreme heat, it was impossible for anyone to enter the building. This problem became the biggest challenge during the construction of Burj Khalifa. The interior design work had to be halted, and construction was delayed by 18 months. But then something happened that revived the management and engineers' hope. Burj Khalifa, which pierces through the clouds at a height of 2,716 feet, became a marvel of engineering and architecture. The construction cost $1.5 billion, approximately 11,400 crore rupees. This building is not only extremely expensive but also an extraordinary feat in engineering history. The architects, engineers, and workers faced immense challenges to complete it and had to find innovative solutions to overcome them. Let's dive into all the challenges and how they were resolved in this video. Challenge 1. The first challenge in constructing Burj Khalifa was the tight timeline. Engineers were given only 6 years to complete the entire structure. Out of this, designing the building alone required 3 years. If they spent 3 years designing, constructing the physical structure in the remaining 3 years would have been impossible. Hence, the engineers decided to start construction without a complete design. Excavation began in February 2004 while the design was still being worked on. Challenge 2. When it was time to lay the foundation of Burj Khalifa, another problem arose. Normally, tall buildings are founded on large, solid rocks beneath the ground. However, the site where Burj Khalifa was to be built had only sandy rocks and weak stones beneath. The question arose: could the tallest building in the world be built on such weak foundations? To solve this, engineers used a basic principle of science and installed 192 solid steel piles driven 250 meters into the ground to support the foundation. These piles were designed to equally distribute the entire weight of the building. Challenge 3. For the building's design, the construction company Emaar hired a top-level architecture firm from Chicago. Although this firm had designed tall buildings before, creating the structure for the world's tallest building was a new challenge. The structure needed to support the immense weight of concrete and steel, allow natural light to illuminate the interior, and include 160 habitable floors. After relentless efforts, the firm devised a solution: the buttressed core structural system, which was implemented in Burj Khalifa for the first time. Challenge 4. As the construction team continued building one floor after another, they encountered a new issue as they reached higher levels. The concrete mixture prepared for the upper floors would dry out by the time it reached the top. The only solution was a concrete pumping system. Thick pipes were installed from the base to the top of Burj Khalifa to pump the concrete. The total weight of the concrete used in Burj Khalifa is equivalent to the weight of 100,000 elephants. To pump this massive quantity, 3 of the world's most powerful pumps were used. Challenge 5. 3 years into the construction, Burj Khalifa had reached 140 floors and had already broken the record for the tallest building in the world. However, the cranes used to transport materials to the top could only reach the 120th floor. To address this, HR firms recruited crane operators from around the world who specialized in working at extreme heights. These fearless operators worked 12-hour shifts at a height of 700 meters. Challenge 6. With only 2 years left until its launch, the structural work for all floors was complete. However, a major component was still missing: glass panels. Burj Khalifa required over 24,000 glass panels. Due to Dubai's heat and the building's height, the internal temperature soared to 100 degrees Celsius when the panels were installed. Cooling the building under these conditions would require 10 times the usual electricity. After 18 months of research, renowned engineer John Irfan proposed a solution: a special type of glass panel that reflected UV rays. However, each panel cost $2,000, and with 24,000 panels required, The total cost amounted to $360 million. A dedicated factory was set up to manufacture these panels, which were completed in just 4 months. Challenge 7. In the final year of construction, Burj Khalifa was nearly ready for its launch, but one last task remained: installing a 136-meter-long solid steel pipe on its top. Weighing 350 tons, no crane in the world could lift such a heavy object to the top. Engineers decided to construct the steel pipe in smaller segments, which were transported to the top of Burj Khalifa and assembled there. Challenge 8. Once the construction was complete, the entire building was covered in dust and dirt from years of work. Cleaning the exterior, including the 24,000 glass panels, became the next challenge. Workers were suspended with ropes to polish the entire building. Even today, the windows of Burj Khalifa are cleaned manually by workers. Fascinating facts about Burj Khalifa. At any given time, 12,000 workers were involved in its construction. Its height is equivalent to 3 Eiffel Towers stacked on top of each other. The total weight of the 24,000 glass panels is equal to 358 airplanes. Burj Khalifa houses the world's highest restaurant. The building's elevators are the fastest in the world. During strong winds, outdoor terraces are automatically closed due to hurricane-level gusts on the top floors. The spire of Burj Khalifa is visible from 100 kilometers away. The site where Burj Khalifa stands was previously a military headquarters. From Burj Khalifa, you can witness 2 sunsets in a single day, once from the lower floors and again from the top. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Sick to Succeed. Thank you for your love, comments, and likes.